singer. That would have been my life. But yeah, I'm grateful for Uncle. It was the plug into KELSTON. But enough about me. But what about you? It was like you talked about like academies and stuff. Like, do you reckon that the institute at KELSTON at the time like helped us like groom for this sort of thing? Because
Yeah, I'd like to get that because like, I wasn't in it at the start. When I started up at KELSTON, to be honest, I wasn't playing footy at that stage. I only went because my older cousins and that were all there too. And then, but it was by I don't know if it was by accident or what, or it happened for a reason. But because I was playing third grade in year 9,
yeah,
and they already had that sports institute set up. I think it started that year.
oh, okay,
At 97. So I think it started, or they were looking at it in 98 with the boys that went to the World Cup, and then in 97 they started it up. But yeah, it was just through because I was playing wing for third grade, just trialled. it was yeah, I just wanted to play footy, and then trialled, and then made that team, but was the only year 9. I didn't realise most of those guys were seniors, but they just were too light for first 15 or second, but they could play weight restrict.
yeah.
That's where I met Sam Fetui.
Oh, wow.
So he was our centre. Sam Fetui, Missy, Chris Smiley. Those guys were in our third grade team, I remember. And we had some real good, awesome other players there. Jason Ralph and all these other guys. But they were all seniors. They were fifth form and up back then. I was the young buck. Yeah, so I played and made wing. And then that same year they had the year 9 team. Oh, yeah. Year 9. And then the under 15s, they had trials. So I thought, I'll just trial, And then that year, because not many year 9s make the under 15s, it's always year 10s. It was the only third form was Ty, me, and I think it was Troy made the team that year as well.
Oh, but that was the new. Also, so the year I came was when they did the Saturday tournament, the Saturday comp, not the because that would have been just nationals, eh?
Yeah, because that was it. So that was just the trial, for the nationals. We never had a Saturday comp team, so I was playing third grade Saturday comp. But that's how that came about for me getting in the Sports Institute, because they go, but this kid can play. And then Cunningham knew you because of my older cousin Josh used to be first 15 there. And he goes, didn't know you play. That's when I switched to 7. I was playing wing for third grade. Yeah. And during the trials, this is in front of school, like everybody, it's a lunchtime trial. So, man, you got everybody
like
watching.
Book. Hey, it's like Carol's book on the grass.
It's like the All Blacks trial, the probables against the possibles. It's just. So they were looking for a 7. Mr. Pierce was our coach. He was the coach. And just one quarter, he was looking for someone can play, So I said, yep, I'll just jump in. Just played. I didn't know how to play 7. Just followed the ball. Yeah, then made the list, and then all of a sudden the Cunningham came down. Said, heard you made the under 15s. Not many. Well, year 9s make. Under 15, you're going to be going down to Tauranga. That's where the tournament was. Do you want to join the Sports Institute? And that was my first institute, the academy I was part of. And then, it was a real eye opener. So what that really helped was me understanding positional plays. That's what that Sports Institute was about, was help develop your game and I say what your craft is and that. So they would, probably once a month they would get in like a high profile player, coach, and come spend a session with us. Yeah, I mean, it was about sports because that's what it was for. But I guess it really helped understand the game more, like from the position you play down to the fundamentals, passing, catching, and off-field stuff as well.
Had they set up like the weekly classes, like instead of going PE, you go to
so that's when that started building up,
and
then you have it as a subject. Yeah, then it was always at Martini's class, which was Māori class, which was all good. Yeah. But I mean, it was like he was an awesome teacher, and coach. But so he really, relayed it in a language we could understand. Because you can have all the long jargon and longest words in the world, but we wouldn't understand it. So I guess that was a good thing about it, because then, you had them as coaches, but you had them as teachers as well. So you get another point of view. And in a totally different understanding. So, because on the pitch you're playing, everything's like 100 miles an hour, but when you break it down and you're sitting in the classroom or sitting out on the field and just talking about it, you get a better understanding. So once you get the better understanding, you play a better footy and you understand the game more. So that was my first test, and that's I think that was a massive stepping stone into.
Nah, I mean that's why I'm so grateful. Like I said to Ray, like I'm grateful he was in my life. Like I'm blessed because that was the plug into KELSTON. But then as a year 9 coming up and into the institute, I think it was Wednesdays and Thursdays, the year 9 and 10s would do drills together. We were a small pack of year 9s that came through. Like the height difference, I was like, okay. And that make us do full on contact. So we do full on contact with these guys. And like I remember this guy, man, doing it all back in the day, like running over the top of people. But like just being able to see like, okay, measure yourself against like elite, guys that have been in the system training, like in rep players as well. But I was lucky because Junior was at Henderson, so Junior he came from Whitton to Henderson, so he was like the guy I had to look up to, and I always wanted to follow in Junior's footsteps until we got up to KELSTON. So eventually it was like a reunion when we got back, when we got to high school. Because like our year we played under 15s, in 98, and it was the first time they started a Saturday comp.
Yeah, so that was good.
That was fun,
That was actually really good. That KELSTON put our under 15s team back in, that comp, because we got to see these guys come through. And then that was our last year playing under 15s. Because, we got done by in the final,
Oh,
that was the year. That was the year we went through awesome, man. We had an awesome team. We
won nationals.
Yeah, we lost that. That was the one we lost to Mags,
Yeah.
We pumped them in. We pumped them 50 something,
3 times, and we lost the final.
We lost the final to them, I was gutted. I was gutted for us our last year, but I was gutted for these guys because they were the young guys coming through. But just had a season like that. It was we had our old heads in the midfield, Ako and Isaac. I mean, they were 2 leagueies. but we worked that season through, and then these guys were coming through, the young bucks, coming through like our centres, our second fives, and man, it was an awesome team to be part of. But that was just
cutting it talent,
yeah,
talent.
It was talent. And then we had a few of the boys that worked hard. Remember John, little John, our winger.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, he didn't have any meat on him, but he had guts. He had guts and heart. Like, he just lifted every time he played, and the boys really looked after each other on the field. I mean, games we shouldn't have won, but we won. Yeah, it was just that scared to lose sort of attitude. You never want to lay down. It was just in there looking, mate, I don't want to lose.
Because we were lucky, as a group of year 9s coming up, and there was a lot of us. There's probably like maybe 7 of us, and we stayed on the 15s. But to see the way that the older boys like Isaac and Nako and these are like year 11s and year 9s, to see the way they used to look after each other off the field and on the field. Like, that's where I learned all my smack talk, man, was from Nako and Isaac. Like, because they were league players, they'd stand flat. And like on the fence, they'd stand flat. Like, they'd say, get in front. Like, no, I got this guy. And then they'll be like, shh, number 13, come. Like, just to get in their head mentally. But I'm like, what are you doing, man? That guy's like massive. No, shh, don't pass it. Just run it.
It gives me that age. They'll run it straight. Their whole game plan, whatever move they had on, went out the window because these guys have got in their head. Because I want to take this guy. What happened?
And
they ran into a brick wall.
The league tackles then, were like 2-man tackles. Like, there was no one-on-one shit. Like, if you were good at the one-on-one stuff, like, oh man, you pulled it off. But to seeing league guys do double tackles on one guy who took the bait, it's goldie. It's like, oh, damn.
Yeah. What was Isaac's nickname? We ended up calling him Rambo.
Rambo,
You run with his chin up like this, run like that. And it's just kamikaze on the crash. This is a second 5. When you crash, you got to sort of set up that guy just run chin up. Rambo. And Ako was the leaguey with his league haircut, his ran-off headgear. Yeah. It was good times. There was a lot of good players. Kids, yeah.